So sometimes, as a therapist, you have the intention when you work with a client that you obviously don't want to just go through the motions. But therapy is a one-sided kind of relationship where you're giving and you don't always know that you aren't just going through the motions. You're giving, but you don't get the feedback to know for sure. You get to see the progress, absolutely. So that's kind of a bit of an indication, and that's great. But it's kind of hard to know, and that can be really difficult. But occasionally, you get a client who will tell you how well you've done and how you've impacted their life. So recently, I actually had a client reach back out to me, and it was really sweet because it let me know that I have done more than just go through the motions, that I have actually made some change. It was a client that I worked with several years ago, probably 3 years ago, and it was one of those where I really wasn't sure if I was doing more than just going through the motions, because sometimes the progress feels slow, and so I just wasn't sure. She ended up graduating from Allegheny and left, and so it felt really open-ended. But she reached back out to me about 3 months ago, and she said, I just wanted you to know that I am doing so much better. I'm in a really good relationship, and I'm actually going to graduate school to be a psychologist because the impact that you had on me and the healing that we did for my trauma. And the best part of that was, she said, I want to be someone like you for someone like me. And that was so powerful to know that it was so much more than going through the motion. It was absolutely an indication that we're all making change. But for me, that was really powerful. It made me feel really inspired to keep working even when things get hard. Like I said, that case was kind of a slow one, and that can be really demotivating when you have several cases at the same time that feel slow. But when you get feedback like that, it reminds you that things are happening even if you don't see it. So it gave me energy, it gave me life, it brought my fire back. I've been working for 4 or 5 years now, and so sometimes you get a little burnout, but it's things like that that just reinvigorate you and remind you that what you're doing is really powerful.